Bridge. I am Milo Timberlake, your main anchor. Ahem. I said, I am Milo Timberlake, your main anchor. Well, I guess she's not here. So I am going to just keep this ball rolling and announce that you're watching Wolf TV. So it appears that my primary anchor friend has forgotten that we are filming today. Wonder what she's doing. Must be really important if she had to miss this. Probably something like a really important essay or a quiz or something. Oh well, let's just go to Rhett with Rhett's Corner.
Welcome to Rhett's Corner. Next week is spring break, and you know what that means. Spring break is, as its name suggests, a much needed break from the work that we've been dealing with for the past quarter, and I am excited. I could not welcome it any sooner. But for IB students, it's got a special little element to it because it is actually our hibernation week. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. How can you sleep for the entire week that you're off of school? Well, let me tell you, IB students are a different breed, and anything is possible if we put our minds to it. But before I can go to sleep for the whole week, I'm gonna need to eat something. Well, things didn't work out as expected. The harvest didn't turn out so well this year, so it looks like there's another famine. I got a small handful of oats and half of a beet. Even I have standards. I'm not about to eat half of a beet, so. That was not a very substantial. Well, even though I'm going to miss out on my hibernation this spring break, don't let that stop you from enjoying it to your fullest. Now for this week's Ramirez Reminders.
Welcome back. Last episode, I discussed the Painted Hills of Oregon and briefly mentioned that they are one of 3 units that make up the John Day Fossil Beds, which is a national monument managed by the National Park Services. Today I'm going to be discussing another unit that's part of the trifecta, which is the Clarno Unit. The most prominent feature of the Clarno Unit are the Palisades, which are eroded remains of volcanic mudslides called lahars. These formed around 40 to 50 million years ago in a lush tropical environment, and today the area is airy and dry, with scrubs and grasses typical of Oregon. Thousands of fossils remain from the ancient forest, including tiny four-toed horses, crocodilians, huge rhino-like brontotheres, and meat-eating creodonts. The plant remains are incredibly diverse, ranging from nuts and seeds to imprints of leaves to petrified wood. All in all, it's a beautiful area. Now here's Pop Culture with Katie. Live by the sword, die by the sword.
Top 10, Bentley, Coupe, you can't catch me.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Pop Culture with Katie. It's officially spring break. I mean, we've been waiting for this since our last break, which I think was Christmas, but I'm not sure, so I'll just say our last break. I think Easter is a pretty good holiday. I mean, who doesn't love biting the ears off those chocolate bunnies and doing some egg hunts? Anyways, in Animal Crossing they do hold an Easter event, and it's called Bunny Day. But something quite scary happens during this event. For each of Animal Crossing seasonal events that they hold, they usually have a character that holds it. So, for example, Christmas, there was a reindeer, and this is gonna sound bad, but for Thanksgiving they had a turkey. And for Bunny Day, it's a bunny, right? But that's not the scary part. The bunny, in the back, has this zipper for some reason. And nowhere is it said that this bunny is supposed to be a person in a costume. It's just supposed to be a regular bunny. So then, why is there a zipper? I don't know. Quite frankly, it scares me. But I hope you guys have a good spring break, and I hope you do not encounter any terrifying bunnies with zippers on their backs. That's all I've got for today, and now to Mail with Max.
Hi guys, this is Mail with Max. Another Advice Edition, and this episode should be releasing right around Easter. So I figured I could give some tips on how to do Easter in the age of COVID safely. So here we go. So any gatherings or services that you might normally do around Easter, either try to do without those or try to do them either virtually, or if you do them in person, do them socially distanced and with masks. Try to keep people safe, especially older people in your family. Since they are most at risk, you should try to keep them as safe as possible through things like wearing masks, staying 6 feet apart. And finally, since the amount of things you can do has been limited, try to come up with some new Easter traditions in your family or with people close to you that you can do safely in the age of COVID, and who knows, you might pass them on later. It'll be great. This has been Mail with Max.
I'm here!
Hello, my friend, it's Isabel, and today I want to acknowledge the many holidays and traditions of springtime. March 20th marked the first day of spring, also known as the spring equinox. Saturday, March 20th is also Nowruz, which is the new year of the Baha'is and Persians across the world. Following Nowruz is the Jewish holiday Passover, which is celebrated March 27th to April 4th and is marked on the first night with a Seder feast. April 13th to May 12th, Muslims everywhere will be fasting during the daylight hours. Fasting is a beautiful way to connect more deeply with your faith. During Ramadan, Baha'is everywhere will be celebrating Rizwan, which is a 12-day holiday April 19th to May 1st. At sunset, May 12th, Muslims will end their fast with a big feast, also known as Eid al-Fitr. As you can see, springtime is busy, and I hope we can all join each other in these celebrations of new life and new beginnings.
Here, did you just cut me off mid-sentence?
Well, I mean, we had to show a moment of zen with Isabel.
Fine. Once again, sorry for being late. It happens.
Yeah, I'm a little bit upset about that, but honestly, mostly I'm impressed that you jumped into that moving vehicle and you ran here even after you slept in for an hour and a half past your bedtime. And all those trains that went through your area as well.
Yeah, I don't know what happened either. So let's just wrap up this show. Also, what do you mean my bedtime? I'll have you know that
Hey, boss, on 3. 1, 2, 3.
This has been Wolf TV.
Wolf TV.
Now this little thing that makes Espanol confusing for a high school Spanish speaker, it's not at all amusing. Of course I'm talking about porn par using